Alrighty, welcome again. My name is Omar Mayed and this is my YouTube channel. Thanks again for stopping by. Today we're going to be talking about governmental fund structures and fund accounting. Fun stuff, huh? Alright, if we keep on moving on along, we have three generic categories which fund structures applies to. Are you guys wanting to know what fund structures are? Please follow along today and listen up. We got a lot going on today. First category is governmental funds, proprietary funds, and fiduciary funds. What are those, you may ask? Let's get into the video and you'll find out. Alright, governmental funds in accounting are accounted for using the modified accrual basis of accounting and the current financial resources of accounting. And let's see here, the sources, uses, and balance of the governmental's current financial resources, the related current liabilities is accounted for using governmental funds. They have a budgetary focus, a measure on financial position and the changes, and let's see here, the focus on the financial reporting is statements of revenue and expenditures and changes in fund balances, also used to demonstrate the resources in compliance with the laws, rules, and regulations. Accounts are of a current nature, and thus the governmental fund contains no fixed assets or long-term debt accounts. What do you guys think so far? Good? Good. Let's keep moving. There are 5 different fund types for governmental funds. What are they, you might ask? YouTube Nation, accountants out there, do you guys know? Let me break them down for you. 1. General funds. 2. Special revenue funds. 3. Debt service funds. 4. Capital project funds. And 5. Permanent funds. What are these funds all together? Well, let's get to more specifics and details. General funds are set up to account for the ordinary operations of a governmental unit that is financed from taxes and other general revenues. That's basically general funds. They're generally from revenues and taxes. We got the special revenue funds also, which is which is fund balances. So basically about that is the current financial resources measurement focus is current only. And if we keep on moving down, that was all that had to do with governmental funds, the general funds, special revenue funds, debt service funds, and capital project funds, and permanent funds. Next, we have the proprietary funds. Get more into detail about that, and then we treat like a customer, not a citizen. And these are business type activities, and they are accounted for using full basis of accounting, full accrual basis of accounting, and economic resource measurement focus. What are proprietary funds, you may ask? It's two. SE. Internal service revenue funds is the first one, and they're used to set up accounts for goods and services provided by designated departments that on a cost reimbursement fee basis for the departments and agencies with a single governmental unit. And customers are internal service funds are primarily internal. So internal service funds could be collected from another governmental entity, and they're not required to be reported. And then there's investment trust funds, which are trust funds to account for external investment pools. And then there's private purpose funds, which is the P, which is in SE-CIPPOE, and that is funds that are used for activities that are not properly accounted for as either pension or investment trust funds, which assets are dedicated to providing benefit to the recipients in accordance with the benefit terms, and assets are legally protected from the creditors of the government. So that was private purpose trust funds. And the last one is pension and other employee benefit trust funds, which are used to account for the resources of defined benefit plans, defined contribution plan, post-employment benefit plans, and other long-term employee plans. And that one you also carry everything for the economic measurement focus. Net positions, funds of balance. Okay, and then we move on to fund accounting and the measurement focus in the government-wide presentations. And if it's modified accrual basis of accounting, it is used with the current financial resources, which is the GraSPP. That is the governmental side of things, as we talked about earlier. And if it's that was for the GraSPP is for the modified accrual, and then there's accrual basis of accounting, and that's used with economic resources measurement focus, not the current financial resources. And we use those with SE-CIPPOE, which is the fiduciary and the the proprietary. And if we keep on going down, the measurement focus for the current financial resources, which equals to the GraSPP, which is the modified accrual, which are, we only account for the current assets only. No fixed assets are reported and no non-current liabilities are reported. Only current only for the GraSPP. For the governmental accounting, only current. Okay? And then for the economic resources, that's full accrual, and that's SE-CIPPOE and governmental wide. And then that's where everything is reported, and the fixed assets are reported, and the non-current liabilities are reported. Everything. E, full accrual. And then the basis of accounting of revenue, expenditures, and expenses are recognized and reported in the financial statements. And then you got modified accrual for GraSPP. Revenues recognized when measurable and available. Available under modified accrual means collectible within the current period soon as enough as they transfer. And the expenditures are generally reported related to the financial liability is incurred. And then if we remember how we talked about a little bit ago, the SE-CIPPOE and the government-wide are full accrual, and that means the revenue is recognized when earned and the expenses are recognized when incurred. And just to go over them one more time, GraSPP is GraSPP, general, special revenue, debt service, capital projects, and permanent. And those are all modified accrual accounting. Current financial resources focus, GraSPP. Remember that for the test so you can pass. And then we have the economic resource measurement focus and full accrual basis of accounting, SE-CIPPOE. What are they? Service, internal service, enterprise, custodial, investment trust, private purpose trust, pension, and other benefit trust. SE-CIPPOE has accrual accounting, reports fixed assets and long-term liabilities, and economic resources measurement focus. So to help remember the differences in focus in accounting, use the following. Governmental funds are MAC, GraSPP, modified accrual accounting. Current financial resources focus, GraSPP. So that's governmental funds. And the proprietary and fiduciary are scarce. SE-CIPPOE and accrual accounting record non-current assets and liabilities and economic resources measurement. Okay, last question I wanted to ask you guys is the economic resources measurement focus and accrual basis accrual basis of accounting would be most appropriate for which of the following as used in the financial statements? Well, as we see right here, we have the accrual basis accounting, and we have the economic resource measurement focus. So the only option we have is internal service revenue. And for the last question, which is which funds would most appropriately be used for the current financial resources focus and the modified accrual and the current financial. So that would be governmental, yes, proprietary, no, and fiduciary, no. Alright guys, thanks for joining us again, and comment in the description below, like my video, maybe even subscribe. I just wanted to make these videos for all you accounting users of financial statements and see if it could help you come up with ideas to help you prepare for this test. I wanted to thank you guys for joining me today as I make these videos for you guys, and hope you guys the best on the test, and thank you again for watching. My name is Omar Bumayele and this is my YouTube channel, and hope to see you guys again and hopefully you guys subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you next time. GoPro, stop recording.